Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Football Manager 2021 as we continue our Kidderminster Kid series, still in the Vanarama National North, obviously, with Kidderminster, trying to develop as many youngsters as we possibly can and trying to hold on to the youngsters that we do have that have started developing. And things have been going mediocre, I guess, at best. Let's get into the episode. All right, here we are in game, and the last game you guys saw was against Alfreton here. We then went up against Filed and got another draw. I mean, you're going to see a lot of yellow here. Lots of yellow. Tons of draws. Tons of fairly boring games, all things considered. We did get a pair of goals from Mentis. Oh, Mentis. Gonna leave us one of these days soon, probably, but not yet. Not yet. We actually went down 2-0 fairly early in this game, before halftime, and then thankfully Mentis woke up in the second half and picked up a pair of goals to get us back to a draw. But again, kind of a boring result, all things considered. And then we went up against FC Halifax. Going into the FC Halifax game, had we won two of our games, because we actually had 2 games in hand going into this game, had we won both the games in hand that we had, we actually could have been back at the top of the league. But as you can see, that did not happen. We did go down 1-0 early, finally got a goal back from Maxwell in the second half, and then we just gave up another goal a few minutes later, unfortunately. So pretty disappointing, all things considered, especially since it was a home game. We definitely should have played better at home. Should have played as good as we played against Warrington here. Warrington, we went out there and scored 3 goals to their 1. We actually went down 1 goal early and then just scored 3 goals pretty easily in the second half here. A goal from Bakari, a goal from Penny, and a goal from Phillips. So I don't know what to say about this. The team is very flip-floppy, I guess is the best. I don't know. We're fairly mediocre. I mean, yes, a draw and a win and a loss is better than 2 draws. If I had gotten 2 draws there, so I should be happy with the win, even if the loss came before it. But it's just been very, I don't know. And then we went up against Blythe here, as you can see, and got a whole lot of nothing going on. No goals for us, no goals for them. Very boring game. We actually had a couple. We actually played pretty well in this game. Actually, the FC Halifax game, we technically played better than them, but they're the ones that got the goals. So it is what it is. We're going to keep trying, keep pushing our way along. We've got this episode and then 2 more episodes before we end this second season here. And really the biggest thing we needed in this season was to develop our team. We wanted to develop our team, get some guys that were kind of trucking along, getting better developed. Unfortunately, nobody's quite gotten the development that Mentis has at the moment, but a few guys are starting to get into that kind of 3-star territory. So decent players overall. But we are still, as of this moment, in the playoffs, which is good, obviously. And we actually have a game in hand still. So if we win that game in hand, we're only 2 points behind Gloucester here, and then actually only 5 points behind Kettering at the top of the league. So it's not like it's impossible for us to get back to the top of the league, but not playing the way we've been playing. We can't win the league with draws. There's just no way. Although the fact that we're this close with as many draws as we have is pretty fascinating, I would say. That tells you a lot about the Vanarama National North this season, I suppose. But it is what it is. So today we're going to be playing against Farsley here, and then we'll play the second game will be against Hyde, a home game there. So let's go look at our team for today. Here is our team for today. Maxwell's a little bit tired, but we kind of need him. We got to play some of our good players to try and have a chance of winning some of these games. So we've got Bello on the left, Saraha, Penny in the middle, and Gittery on the right-hand side. Obviously, Edgerharry playing our goalkeeping role as he has been for most of the season. McGuire playing our deep line playmaker, Maxwell on the left, Harlan on the right of midfield, Garcia playing winger on the left, White playing inside forward on the right, and of course Mentis playing up front. Mentis is on 18 goals for the season, but kind of been a little bit quiet. Other than those 2 goals that he had in that one game that I mentioned that we drew, he really just hasn't done a whole lot in these last few games. So a bit disappointing. In fact, you can see right here, he had a 7.2 5 games ago, a 7.8 the game after that, and then he hasn't scored. I don't think he's scored close to a 7 since. He's got 6.7, 6 points, and 6.3 in the last game. He's gone a little bit quiet in the last 3 games. We really need him to wake back up and start scoring some more goals for us to even have a chance of, for one, staying in the playoff picture, and even remotely possible getting into a position to potentially just win the league outright. Which, truth be told, I think the only way we go up this season is winning the league outright. I don't really trust this team to try and get through the playoffs, if I had to be perfectly honest. So it is what it is. Let's get into this game and see what we can do here. Just got to take it a game at a time and hope for the best. I mean, maybe these formations still not working. I mean, maybe we're still formation hunting at this point, trying to find something that will work with our team. I don't know. But we're playing well. It's just we're not getting goals. I mean, I know that's counterintuitive. How could you be playing well and not getting goals? But it's just, it feels like we're playing better than our score line would suggest. And so and maybe that's just the nature of, you know, one, you are in the Vanarama National North. So obviously your players aren't going to be as consistent as Premier League players, things like that. But also we're playing a lot of youngsters, and youngsters are in theory not going to be quite as consistent as someone who's got a lot of experience under the belt. So the combination is probably definitely hurting us a bit. We might be getting some good play, just not consistent play from the boys, and that may be what's the biggest issue for us. We're getting an early highlight here, though. It is still going on. I am sitting here talking as a highlight to continue because I actually thought this would not be this long of a highlight. And it looks like Farsley might be getting control of the highlight now, or are we going to get it back? Maxwell gets his head on that one. Harlan kicks it up. Mentis is there. Oh, Mentis. No. The number of disallowed goals in the last few games is so depressing. I mean, don't get me wrong. They were legit disallowed goals, as this one is as well. I mean, he's a good full yard past the rest of the other team guys. But it's still just so disappointing to see a halfway decent play and then realize the reason it was halfway decent is because well, that's one way to shut me up, I suppose. Have the other team score as I'm trying to explain why our team is doing so poorly. Of course, theirs was not offsides. They never get offsides. Why do we have to go down early in every single game we play? Every game, we're the first to concede. Oh, it's so frustrating sometimes. And again, I don't know. It's hard to say it's a bad formation because I bet by the end of this game, there's a good chance we have a higher XG and a higher, you know, possession and all that other stuff that you would normally think would lead to good play. At the moment, we're not. Garcia with the ball over here on the left-hand side. He's going to get tackled away from him momentarily. Is he going to be able to get another chance here? Probably not. And look, here's what I'm feeling like right here. Look, this is, and again, this may be the formation, and that's fine. But I'm like, the one guy that we have that could be potentially able to score right now is offsides right now. We've got White over here, but he always seems to be getting covered by somebody. Maxwell's in a position that if they try to get past to Maxwell, I can almost guarantee you he's going to give up the ball. Obviously, we just try to get it to Garcia, but this guy's going to be able to close down Garcia very quickly. Really, the only guy that has a chance of doing anything worth anything right now is Harlan in the midfield. And the most we could hope for is that Bella gets it over to Harlan. Harlan's got enough time to set himself for a good pass, see the field, and see, you know, find some opening, right? So Harlan would be the optional, you know, the likely pass here. Possibly get over to Maguire. Maguire gets up to Harlan. Either way, get it to Harlan as soon as possible. I don't think White, I think White gets closed down too fast to get anything. Again, Maxwell's covered and Garcia's going to get closed down. So really what we needed to happen here, and I don't think it's going to happen. That's why I'm kind of breaking this down. I think we need to get it to Harlan. Mentis needs to get himself back on side like ASAP. And then Harlan needs to get, like, he just needs to touch it back on side. Like nothing crazy. Just get right here in the middle, get back on sides. And then Harlan needs to try and scooch it up to him. But unfortunately, he's already so far into the box. Like if he was further back here, if this line was further back here, then I think we could get a through ball. Mentis runs onto it, gets the pass, gets the goal, whatever. I think he's in a bad position right now that if we try to get a through ball here, he ends up over here right up against the line, trying to get over to White. Something bad happens, or maybe he just goes for a goal and hits it into the back of the net. That's how things have been playing out the last several games. And I know I just, what do we do? Do we need more guys, on the attacking side or what? What is going on here? That we keep going up against defenses that just have us perfectly covered every single time. Let's see what we actually end up doing. We get over to Harlan. Harlan, okay. Mentis still not back on sides though. Still not back on sides. He had one job. Get back on sides. We are going to get over to White. White gets to Mentis. Harlan's going to get back to, and then Harlan tries to go for goal from way back here, hits the post, hits the bar, and nothing. So that's how a lot of our stuff feels like, where I know what we should be doing. Apparently, I don't know how to tell the boys to do what we should be doing because it doesn't work. And Mentis just refused to get back on sides, apparently. It's just, what do you do? What do you do? All right. We're going to be in halftime. That's what we're going to do. And I should throw a water bottle. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to throw a water bottle. I'll just tell them they need to be playing better. All right, we're going to get another highlight here for Farsley, of course it is. I mean, really, the point of this formation, the way we've got it set up, is we're playing a lot more defensive, right? We're playing very balanced mentality, nothing crazy here. And the idea would be, typically, to try and score off counterplays. Pull them into our defense, shut them down, which we should, in theory, be shutting them down right now. Look at this. We got this guy fairly covered. We got 2 guys on this guy. We got 3 guys on these 2, so they should be able to cover him. We got this guy here in the middle. You can barely see him. His legs sticking out there. We got 2 guys close to him. So yeah, they have some guys back here, but here's the problem again. They're going to score on here. I can almost guarantee you they're going to find some miraculous way to score here, even though in theory we've got them fairly covered. Let's see what happens. I mean, I guess it wasn't a miraculous way to score. Of all the guys here, he was the most dangerous because he is only being covered by one person, and the one person who's covering him is like in line with him, which to me tells me that if they, kick it one side or the other, this guy's gonna be able to just pivot around him very easily, which is exactly what happens here, right? He throws it in, he backs up a little bit. This guy's trying to back up as well. He can't see him. He's not gonna be able to see this guy very well. Okay, take his little peek there. That little peek actually probably cost him. He took a peek to see where McDonald was. And at that point in time, he lost where the ball was coming from. Now he looks back over to the right, and the ball's already heading his way, and it's too late for him to get over here. And then it's just McDonald and the goalkeeper. I mean, I know what our players are doing wrong. I just don't know how to tell them to stop it, Oh, goodness. But, I mean, our XG is very close to theirs. We've got more shots than them. Granted, not as many on target. Our possession's higher. In theory, they should not be up by 2. I would give them a 1-0 score right now because they've had better on-target shots, to be fair. Fine. Let's give them a goal over us. No big deal. 2 goals over us, I don't know if that's fair. I feel like we should have scored by now. At least something. But again, only one of those goals that we've shot, or one of those shots we've had is on target. So that's a big part of it, obviously. We've actually got to get on-target shots. I mean, we're going to lose this game. I don't see any evidence that we're bringing this back from 2-0 down. I don't see the boys stepping up. They're not trying very hard. They just don't care. They feel like they've accepted the fact that they are a mediocre team, that the best that they can do is be, let me see what I want to do here. I want to move Gittery over so that I can bring Tavares in here. I think they've accepted that at best they're going to get draws and mostly losses, and they're just not happy. I don't know why that maybe confirmed twice. Maybe I hit the wrong button. All right, Tavares kicks the ball up. White's going to be in a decent spot here, but he's not going to be able to get anything off because those other guys are going to be able to close him down way too quick. And again, that's another... I realize I'm psychoanalyzing this game a lot, but it's just... We could have this same type of coverage, and they're going to get an easy through ball that gives them a guy that's wide open that's going to score on us. We, however, could be in a similar coverage. And honestly, I feel like, we actually have some guys that are maybe potentially... Like, what's this guy over here doing? He's probably covering somebody over here, but in my mind, if Mentis was onside right now, he'd be in a perfect spot to be able to make a break for it because these guys, for one, they have their back to him. They're going to try and watch the ball. If they check for just a second when the pass goes off, then maybe Mentis gets past him and is able to score, which is what he's done many times before. But he's not on sides. Our guys, I just feel like keep doing things that are just really bad. See, White's going to get himself stuck in this corner. This guy's going to be right on top of him. He's not going to be able to get anything off here. His best bet's probably to pass it over to Tavares here, and then Tavares, honestly, maybe try to get it to Martin. If he can get it right here to Martin might at least have a halfway decent shot. It's got a little bit of clutter in front of him, but Martin's going to be able to have a halfway decent shot, and if he puts enough power behind it, maybe he can get it past the goalkeeper. But I don't think that's what happens here. Let's see here. Nobody's going to get back to White. White's going to get to Martin. Okay, so... of course it's disallowed. Let me guess. Mentis was offsides. Like what? Mentis, stop it. Great play. Exactly what I said needed to happen. I mean, there was a little extra pass in there that I wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting Tavares to pass it back to White before we got it to Martin. But I said, get it to Martin right here. He's going to, if he gets enough power behind it, goes for goal, great. Mentis isn't, I mean, Mentis is, don't get me wrong, he is blocking the sight of the goalkeeper. So it's not like he's not part of the play. Like if he was way over here and he was offsides, I don't think they would have called it on us. He is in the area of the goalkeeper. So I get why they called offsides, but it's very frustrating to see. I've already done 3 subs. How did I not remember doing 3 subs? Oh, well. All right, Strawhog gets the ball here. Gets it up to Billum. Billum pushing the ball up. Trying to find an offsides Mentis to give us hope, but not actually be there. Mentis, actually, he would be onside this time. But again, hey, look, again, I'm sorry. I have to, this frustrates me. I've been watching these games. I've been playing a lot of these offline games with this team. And it's like, we finally get Mentis in a spot where it's on sides, and then he just doesn't get the ball off in time. He slows up, gets a tackle away from that. This has happened so many times. When he's on sides, they close him down too fast. When he's able to get past them, he's offsides. There's no in between at all with this guy. Maybe we're okay with getting rid of Mentis. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's given us 18 goals this season. It's awesome. It's amazing. 18 goals in this, this many games as from a striker is great. But there's been so many frustrating plays that it's just like, what are you doing? What are you doing, team? And I don't like, I can look at the situation and understand a little bit of what's happening, but I guess I'm just not good enough at the tactics of this game to know how to fix it. And I guess that's the problem. And maybe it has nothing to do with the tactics. Maybe it literally is, the tactics are basically fine. The players are just bad. Maybe that's literally all it is. Bad players, not necessarily bad tactics. And I told you, what did I say? Did I say that we're going to have a higher XG by the end of the game and we're still going to lose this game? Higher XG, still lost the game. I mean, I bet we didn't have more chances created though, did we? They had 2 clear-cut chances, which is why they're up 2-0. We had 3 half chances. So in my mind, we should have at least scored a goal. At least a goal. And we definitely saw a couple goals there that should have gone our way, honestly. Mentis should not have been offsides. All right, not good enough, guys. And that's it. I mean, that's the story right there. That was our game in hand, actually. And so we are now... There's no reason we should have lost this game. Barnsley is 24th. They're last place, aren't they? Of course they're last place. Yeah, they're last place. And we lose to them 2-0. No reason, no excuse, no nothing whatsoever. I mean, we have a 17 goal diff, which we've been playing okay. Like we're not playing badly. We're only 2 goal diff behind Kettering, only a few points behind Kettering overall. And so we've played okay, but a lot of our okay play came early in the season. We've just started falling apart big time. If we go look at our team report and go look at the analyst report, like how is the formation stuff looking? Is 4-3-3 DM wide? I mean, we're getting more chances. We're getting a chance every 41 minutes as opposed to every 57 minutes. So, in theory, we should be getting at least 2 chances a game compared to the 1.5 chance we were getting before. And then we're getting a chance against every 164 minutes. That means they're getting a chance against us almost every 2 games, right? Like once every 2 games are we getting a chance against us. In theory, I mean, unless like I'm just misunderstanding everything about what I'm seeing here, this formation should be doing better for us. We should be, maybe not getting like amazing scores because we are playing a little more defensive minded, but we should be doing better with this formation than we have with the other ones. And it's just not happening. Oh, so frustrating. I'll play around with things a little bit between here and the next episode. I'll look at some of the team instructions, some of the player instructions. Maybe there's something I can do to convince Mentis to stop going off sides all the time. We'll see. But we're back for the hide game. All right, we're back for our next game. I have made 3 basic instruction changes. First of all, instead of playing a poacher, I'm playing Mentis as a deep lying forward, which pulls him back further. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe this is overkill, to be honest. Maybe all 3 of these changes are overkill. I also clicked on use offside trap to see if we can trap the other guys, the other team a bit offsides. It's a bit of a danger doing that because that could just mean that they're better than us and they just time it right and they just gives them an easier chance to get past us. But we'll try it. Then I also, instead of having a much higher line of engagement, I pulled it back to just a higher line of engagement to see if that also pulls Mentis back a little bit further, prevents some of those offsides that we've been getting. So hopefully the combination helps in some form or fashion. We'll find out. Here's the team we're bringing today. By the way, Harry is currently injured, but we're going to try and play him today. We're going to go ahead and bring a goalkeeper on the bench this time, though. I've been sitting him a little bit more often these days, but with an actual injured goalkeeper on the field right now, we'll bring Barrett onto the bench. But anyway, Harry goalkeeper, Bello on the left, Saraha and Bakari in the middle, Penny on the right-hand side, Maguire playing deep line playmaker, Maxwell Harland in the midfield, Billum on the left wing, White on the right, and of course, Mentis playing that deep line forward up front. I thought about playing like just something different, like advanced forward or something like that, but advanced forward actually pushes further up. It does push further up, but it doesn't sit on the shoulder of the last defender like a poacher does. So even though it visibly on the tactic looks like he's further up, it might be that he actually still stays a little bit behind the top. But we'll play deep line forward for now just to see. I don't know. I'm just trying to find something different. I just want Mentis to stop getting offsides, quite frankly. If we don't see an offsides goal scored this game, then I'll be happy. Hey, and if we catch a couple offsides on the other team, that'll make me feel happy the other direction. All right, got a free kick coming in from Maxwell. Gets across. White is in the area. Over the bar. Of course it's over the bar. Of course it's over the bar. That might have been our only chance to score a goal in this game. I'm just kidding. Throw in coming in from Bakari. Gets it into the other team. Good job. Bello was able to chase that one down. Back to Penny. Penny's going to get it up to Mentis. Mentis was onside this time. I saw it. He was onside. Oh, I don't know if it's because he's playing deep line forward, if we just got lucky that time, but he was definitely onside that time. We know he can do it. Like, he has the speed to make great plays like this. Get a pass from Bello that gets right past the defensive line, right here in this open spot, and Mentis is going to be able to be quicker. He's so much quicker. Oh, it's not Bello. It's actually going to be... Oh, there it is. It was actually Penny that did the ball. But either way, still, the same thing happens. He gets it right there. Mentis gets right past the defender. The defender can't react fast enough. Mentis gets an easy score. That's the kind of goals that we've seen Mentis make a lot. He just needs to stop going offside so much. We'll see. We'll see if any of these changes make any difference at all. I'm actually going to look... is offside a stat that they track? If I come over here and change to match stats... I might be able to add it, right? You think? Offsides. Okay, let's see. Let's just see how many offsides there are as well. Already, they've had 3 offsides. We've had none. Maybe our offside trap is working. Of course, we get an injury. Things are going halfway decent this game, and we get an injury just before halftime. All right, that's fine. It's fine. We're okay. I do think we are capable of better. I think this team should be up. I think we can win against this team 3-0. In all honesty, I'll settle for 2-0. I mean, I'll settle for 1-0. It's a win, but I think a 1-0 game tells me that we're still got some stuff to improve on. All right, we do need to make another sub here probably. Actually, I might wait just to see if somebody gets a little bit tired first. We've been playing a lot of games with only like 2 days in between. Our boys are pretty tired. Bakari with the throw in here. Gets it up there to the other team like he always does. Good job. No, just kidding. Maguire with the ball now. Gets it back to Harland. Harland gets it over to Maguire. Maguire, is this Mentis? I was going to say, Mentis, he was right there, ready to break past. He has had to come back for the ball now. He's going to get up to Harland, though. Harland's going to go for... What a goal from Harland. I mean... I wouldn't say that was part of the plan in the sense that I don't know that I expect or plan for my guys to make goals, score like goal attempts this far back, but we'll take those from time to time, right? Yeah, I mean, that's definitely not part of the plan for him to shoot from back there. We would prefer to work it a little bit more closer to the box, but we do have shoot on sight, I think, tagged on for this game as well. I think that was one other instruction I left on, but so we'll take it. We'll take, you know, if he can, I don't care if they shoot from that far back as long as it's on target. I want them to make the goalkeeper make a move. If the goalkeeper saves it, that's fine. I'll accept those types of things. I just don't like the ones where they shoot from that far back and it's like over in like, I don't know, the next field over or something crazy. Oh, good stuff. All right, let's see here. Can we do another sub yet? See, the guys are not super tired right now. I want to wait to see who the first guy that goes red on us is. Because I really want to try and sub the guys that are getting really tired out as quickly as possible. All right, there's Harland. Harland is pretty tired. It's only a few minutes left in the game, but we will go ahead and sub him out here. I'm going to bring Stabber on. It's just for a few minutes. We're up 2-0. We'll be fine. Okay, I don't care about team talk. Whatever, go away. I must keep hitting the wrong button to get the team talk to actually commit. Penny got tired late, but that's okay. That's all right. Not a lot of guys got tired in that game, and I kind of want to preserve some of the guys that are on the bench anyway. We've been doing some rotation here with some of the teams we're playing. But no, we played well. We did well, and let's see here. Can we go look at the stats for this game again? I meant to look at it before I clicked off. Can we go look at the stats? I guess not. How do I look at the stats? I'm literally sitting in the game screen. How would I look at the stats here? Guess not. Do I have to literally go back out and then go back into the game to look at the stats? It's a little silly. I'm sure there was a way to do it, and I just was missing it. Or you're not going to let me look at the stats. I am hitting something wrong, apparently. How in the world do you look at stats, guys? Let me advance a little bit so it at least kind of cuts away from the game for a second. Now, if I click on this, I think it will pull up stats, won't it? There we go. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so here we go. They had 8 offsides. So we pulled them offsides 8 times. We only had 2. How does that compare to the previous game? Let's see how that compares against the game we lost. In this game, we are the ones that had the 8 offsides. They only had 2. So flip-flopping those compared to the previous game feels like a couple things did work for us. You know, we're not going offsides as often, and we're pulling them offsides more. Feels like some good changes that we've made. We'll see how that works for some of these future games coming up. Next game coming up is going to be against Gloucester. I'm going to do this one offline just because we've already done these two, obviously, and we need to move things along. We'll come back for the Spinnymore Kettering pairing here. But again, Gloucester is going to be a critical game for us since they are currently 2nd place ahead of us. Getting a win against them would leapfrog us above them, which would be pretty awesome. So we'll see. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.